I refused to hand over my notes after my professor accused me of cheating. So last semester, I was a teaching assistant for an upper-level course in my department. It wasn't some easy intro class either. This was one of those weed-out classes everyone dreaded. I ran discussion sections, graded assignments, held office hours, and basically kept the course functioning because the professor, Dr. Myers, hated dealing with students. He made that very clear. He loved lecturing. Everything else was beneath him. From day one, I was organized. I created detailed grading rubrics, wrote step-by-step solution guides, and kept meticulous notes on common student mistakes so grading would be fair. None of this was required. The previous TA had left behind nothing. I built the whole system from scratch because I didn't want students getting screwed by inconsistent grading. About halfway through the semester, a group of students complained about their midterm scores. Not because they were wrong, but because they didn't like them. Instead of backing me up, Dr. Myers panicked. He called me into his office and asked, very casually, if I was maybe being too generous with some students and too harsh with others. I showed him the rubric. He waved it off. 2 weeks later, things escalated. I got an email from the department chair requesting a meeting. No explanation. When I walked in, Dr. Myers was already there. He didn't look at me. The chair explained that there had been concerns raised about grading integrity and potential favoritism. Then Dr. Myers finally spoke and said he was worried I might be helping certain students unfairly. I was stunned. I asked if there was evidence. There wasn't. No copied answers. No altered grades. No complaints tied to specific students. Just vibes. Just his discomfort that students challenged him. And I had documentation to back the grades up. The chair said they'd look into it. But in the meantime, I was being removed as TA effective immediately. No hearing. No chance to defend myself. I was told to hand over all my materials so another TA could take over seamlessly. I packed my things in silence. That night, I got an email from Dr. Myers asking me to upload my grading spreadsheets, solution guides, and private notes as soon as possible. He ended it with, "This will help us maintain continuity for the students." No apology. No acknowledgement that he'd just implied I cheated. I didn't respond. The next day, I got another email, then a third, then one from the department admin saying they urgently needed my files because grading was falling behind. Apparently, the new TA was struggling, because of course they were. The system only worked because I built it. I checked my contract. My appointment ended the moment they removed me. There was nothing requiring me to provide personal materials. I created independently. The rubrics weren't in the syllabus. The notes weren't shared documents. They lived on my own drive, so I didn't send them. A week later, Dr. Myers emailed again, this time sounding irritated. He said students were confused, grades were inconsistent, and this was reflecting poorly on the course. I almost laughed. That was the point. He created the mess. Then came the guilt angle. An admin wrote that withholding materials was unprofessional and that I should think of the students. Funny how no one asked me to think of my reputation when they quietly removed me under suspicion. The investigation quietly ended 2 weeks later. No wrongdoing found. No follow-up. No apology. Just a generic email saying I was cleared. By then it didn't matter. The semester limped along. Students complained publicly. Grades were delayed. Dr. Myers had to start answering emails himself, something he despised. I never sent the notes. I didn't sabotage anything. I didn't delete files. I just refused to donate unpaid labor to people who were perfectly fine throwing me under the bus the moment it was convenient. Some classmates asked if I felt bad. Honestly, no. They accused me without proof, removed me without process, then expected my work to save them. They didn't want integrity. They wanted a scapegoat and my system. They didn't get either.